What's up, everybody?
Shout out your buoy.
Hey, your
Shout out your
buoy.
buoy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Make the Right Play.
Yeah.
We are back here for another exciting episode. Lots to talk about. Lots of exciting things to get to here. First, as always, the coach is here on my left. We got your buoy behind the camera, making everything work for us, making everything sound good for us. Shout out your buoy and your buoy media for all your media needs in the Pensacola area. We're back. It's good to be back in studio here with all you guys. What happened?
I want a Yabui hat.
Are you Bowie Media hat?
Yes.
Yeah, I know, right? It would be nice to.
I want a hat. Where do we
get
buy?
some
Where do we get
merch.
Yabui Media merch?
I'm gonna come up with the website.
Yes,
we need to get
a
some good
website.
merch. You know,
Yeah.
got to give us some swag to represent here. But I mean, speaking of swag, the number one swag going right now is that Knicks championship merch. Shout out the New York Knicks picking up the big championship win. It's very exciting.
That's why I'm wearing orange.
Yeah, you're in theme here, Coach. You're wearing the Nick orange. It's very exciting. It's nice to have everything alive and well in New York City today. They had the big parade, which was very exciting. So it's good for the city of New York. Sorry guys, I'm a little distracted. I'm sharing the show real quick as much as possible.
We had a streaming issue. Whenever it rains a lot in Pensacola, it causes problems with the internet. I can't figure out why, but it does.
It's
like even at our house today when I was working, it was like really slow and.
Yeah, I didn't have any issues with my internet.
Well, maybe you were hogging up all the internet. That's why I was having issues.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Dad had any issues with the internet today.
I had issues.
But
a couple of times my pages stopped working that I was working on.
Yeah, no, that's tough. But anyway, we're back here live, guys. Tons of stuff to go over with you. Let's go. I would love to start the show, on a positive note as I kind of scramble to still get set up here. I'd love to start on a positive note.
Yes.
And talk about the big Nick win as Jesus Christ is in my way here. We have to talk about the big comeback win for the city of New York. Let's go to clip 1 here and show the excitement that the Knicks brought to the city as I sound the most unexcited person ever.
We outside.
Yay!
We outside. Yo, this is good.
Oh, so beautiful.
Yeah, that last video, you can hear like the
so
celebration and
beautiful,
excitement
yeah.
just across the river there in Jersey. Like the whole city just erupted after another comeback win for the Knicks. Gave him the NBA championship on Saturday night. It's so exciting for the city. Ended a 53-year drought for the Knicks. They're back on top. The city of New York was buzzing today. It was absolutely insane. The way that they set up the parade, though, was so poorly done. They tried to do it. They used the same OG parade route, but they tried to do it with the viewing pens like it was New Year's Eve in Times Square. And it became a disaster. It completely filled up within the first maybe 30 minutes. It was completely filled and no more room for anybody by 6 a.m. today.
That's terrible.
So it was just a complete, total disaster early on for the Knicks. The Knick parade in New York. But anyway, I mean, it seemed like everybody had a good time. The city was very electric today. It was very exciting. So I'm happy for the city of New York. It's good to be back on top. And yeah, I mean, everybody seemed very positive. Everyone seemed very happy today.
It's very emotional whenever I see New York because, that's my hometown.
I know, Coach. It is
And
your
I
hometown.
just get, you know what I mean? Because I was born in Manhattan, raised in Manhattan, and it just, when I see It's not easy living in New York. It's a very hard city to live in. So when you get to see like moments like that, it just, I don't know why I'm so emotional. You know, I am going through menopause, so forgive me. I am a little bit
I
emotional.
love the emotion, Coach, because it's true, and I think a lot of New Yorkers would agree with you. The magnitude of the win, like it was so exciting, you know, to see the fans and see like all of that, you know, kind of frustration of all the years of suffering, especially for somebody even like the former players too, like Ewing was there and Rick Brunson,
Patrick
like
Ewing was there?
Yeah, he was in the parade and like it was.
Wow, he was in the parade.
He was in the parade. He was on the floats.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
he was on the
exciting,
floats.
that Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, like it was definitely
never
super
be
exciting.
Jordan.
He can never be
He
Jordan.
could
No,
never be
that
Jordan.
team
It was-
suffered.
It was tough. It was
Yeah.
tough.
That
you
team,
know?
that team suffered. They could never get over the hump. They could never win. They lost to San Antonio back in, I think it was 2000 or 99. Like it was, you know, the city of New York has faced a lot of suffering with the Knicks, and it was nice. Like you could see, like the whole city had that weight like dropped off their shoulders and was able to celebrate. It's nice too with the Knicks because like you have the Yankees and the Mets, right? The city divided. Giants, Jets, city divided. Like the Knicks are like that team. It's like everybody's like together. Everybody's a Knicks fan.
Oh, you're the Nets.
No, the Nets are bullshit. The Nets should go back to Jersey. Honestly, the Nets should go back to Jersey.
The Nets
The
suck.
Nets trying to roll into Brooklyn thinking that they were going to divide the city is trash. Everybody knows. Everybody's a Knicks fan. They had those massive watch parties for the Knicks in Williamsburg, like right down the street from the Barclays Center.
Yeah.
Like and
Well,
it was
because
huge.
the Nets were always New Jersey.
Yeah,
They were the
exactly.
New
They should go
Jersey
back to
Nets.
Jersey.
Yeah.
They need to go back to
Remember
Jersey.
that movie with Nicolas Cage where The Family Man?
Yeah.
When they're talking about the Nets and he starts laughing. He's like, the Nets suck. And
Yeah.
the guys get so angry. And then he's like, oh, but, you know, they'll come back.
Yeah, they'll come back. They can always get better.
The Nets
yeah,
are
yeah,
just...
Yeah, but the Nets, you know, it's just different. That's Jersey's team.
It
And, you know,
really
the people
is.
in New Jersey are Net fans. Shout out Scott Villa, loser Net fan. But I mean, like that's just
Don't
that's
call him that.
listen.
That's
He's fake Nick
terrible.
fan. He's a net guy. He's a net guy. He was all about Kyrie back in the day.
He used to really be a huge Kyrie
He was all about
fan.
Kyrie. He was all about Kyrie.
He always was like a, you know.
But I mean, yeah, for the Knicks and the city, it was very exciting, and you know, I'm really happy for New York. It's so exciting to see, and I know the Boston people are trying to take it away from us, but screw Boston, second
How
tier
are
city.
they trying to take it away?
Oh, just shitting on Knicks fans and shitting on the city and calling it trash and like you know,
They're
like the Boston
Boston. Everybody knows
people
Boston
just total
sucks.
losers. Just total
Boston
losers.
sucks. Boston sucks. Like everybody knows it. You can't
Yeah.
compare Boston to New York. I mean, give me a break.
Exactly. It's second tier city. But anyway, I mean, shout out New York City. Congrats to the Knicks. I'm so excited for them. But I mean, yeah, it's been a long time since we've been back together. 2 weeks now. We had to miss last week.
It feels like it's even longer.
It does. It has feel like it's been even longer.
I mean, you know what it is, Carlos? There's been a whole shift in the universe.
There has been.
May was a huge flop.
Yeah.
It was a bad month.
Yes.
However, if you notice, the energy is shifting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just because of the New York Knicks. There was a very important event that happened
Oh,
not too long ago.
really?
Yes, hold on. Let me get the right
gosh,
video.
okay.
You know what, Yabui? Let's do number 23, please. How awesome is that?
It is very awesome.
So that actually was on my father's birthday, Friday, June 5th.
Bringing Christ right to the Washington
Right
Monument,
to the
Coach.
Washington Monument. But they didn't stop there. Yabui, let's go to video number 24. This one you're really going to be happy about. Look. Right by the White House, where I do say, have mercy on us and on the whole world. That was Saturday, June 6th. And then let's go to video number 25. They even did a mass in the streets of D.C.
Yeah.
A whole mass. All right, boo, you could cut it now. But when we went to D.C. and did our protest, we actually did the Divine Mercy Chaplet going from Congress all the way to the DOJ.
Yeah.
And that's, when you say, have mercy on us and on the whole world. For the sake of his sorrowful passion, have mercy on us and on the whole world. And then on June 11th. Yabubi, can we show video number 27?
Let's do it.
My brother bishops, please join me now as we dedicate and consecrate our nation to the most sacred heart of Jesus. O most sacred heart of Jesus, you know the longings of our hearts, and you desire that we enjoy friendship with you. From your pierced side, you have poured out the wellspring of life for which we thirst. Your heart burns with the love for all people to return to a right relationship with you. We celebrate the abundant gifts you have given this nation, founded on the self-evident truths that our Creator has endowed all people with the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We make reparation for the offenses against you and against human dignity that have taken place in this nation. May our hearts be united to yours, so that our families and communities enjoy peace and happiness. May broken relationships be reconciled, injustices repaired, and the wounds of our land be healed. May your holy Catholic Church serve as a sign pointing all nations to your infinite love. O desire of nations, center of history, we ask you to bless these United States of America, who live and reign with God the Father, in the unity of the Holy Spirit, God forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Amen, Coach. Welcome to Sunday Church, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, I'm sorry, but that, to me, I literally listened to the whole Mass, taking Olivia to practice, and I was just crying tears of joy because we need so many prayers in this country. And it's desperate times. So what do you think happens? For the first time in ages, the president doesn't seem completely possessed. Let's be honest. It's not by accident, okay?
Yeah.
And I have to talk about this because today I was in Mass and it really moved me.
Okay.
And this is, I'm just going to read this.
Right from Daily Mass.
I will take you away from among the nations, gather you from all the foreign lands, and bring you back to your own land. For some of us, this is our land, is the United States of America. This is our place. I will sprinkle clean water upon you to cleanse you from all your impurities and cleanse from all your idols. I will cleanse you. I will give you a new heart and place a new spirit within you, taking from your bodies with your stony hearts and giving you natural hearts. I will put my spirit within you and make you live by my statutes, careful to observe my decrees. You shall live in the land I gave your fathers, and you shall be my people, and I will be your God. Amen. I mean, that made me feel so emotional today because this is our country. And I am so proud of President Trump for the first time in a long time getting this peace deal with Iran. And I know that everybody is so angry with him because they think it's this horrible deal. No, what's horrible is having bombs land on your head. That's what's horrible. What's horrible is not having enough energy to power up the world, not having enough resources. That is horrible. So I'm really proud of him. For the first time, he seems like he's humbling himself a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right.
He's taking the L. Let's be honest.
No, I disagree with that. I don't think
You
it was
don't
an
think
L.
he's taking
No,
the
I don't.
L?
Because that was like I think people are misinterpreting the whole point of the Iran war, and you know that people just he's said it a million times, and I know people just like, oh, he's just full of shit. It's for Israel, blah blah blah. But he said it a million times. Like the main objective was to make Iran put it in writing that they would not build a nuclear weapon. They put it in writing that they won't build a nuclear weapon. Now he's done. He was like, all right, we're done.
All right, good.
That's all he said. He said 1,000 times that was the main objective for the United States is to have it in writing and in international law that the Iranians would not build a nuclear weapon, and he got it.
Well,
so
I
who
am
gives
so
a shit
happy,
about everything else?
I am so happy that Trump is stopping this war.
Yep.
And even though I know Israel isn't happy about it, God willing, this peace lasts. And
I
it was
hope so.
funny because
I hope so.
when I was at church Monday, we prayed for peace. And then on Tuesday, Father Grant comes in and he's like, yeah, prayer warriors, we did it. We got peace.
Yeah.
And it just, I really feel like the country needed that because there has been so many satanic and evil forces. And DC, you know how I've always been complaining about how DC was like a hotbed.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's been a shift. You don't feel a change in the energy?
I mean, kind of. I kind of do, I guess. I don't know. I honestly...
Bowie, do you feel a change in the universe at all? Like, have you felt a change in the energy in, like, the past week? Or
I've been paying attention to SpaceX.
He's focused on that IPO.
Oh, God.
He wants to hop on that wave. No, I guess I do feel the change in the energy. I don't know. I think people are just going to find something to bitch about no matter what happens. So it's just, I think until Trump decides that we're going to, release the Epstein files and do all that stuff, it doesn't matter. He can cure cancer and people will hate him.
Listen,
so it doesn't matter to me.
You have to take the good with the bad. And when he's doing something good, you have to give him credit for it. God willing, this war is
the liberals
ended.
won't give him any credit.
Well, listen, the Epstein files, there needs to be justice.
No, I
People
agree.
need to go to jail for that.
But he won't get any credit for he can cure cancer. He won't get any credit for
You
it.
really think so?
Yes, 100%, without a doubt.
Well, you know what?
Not a doubt about it.
Why don't we go to video number 5?
All
Because
right.
I think this shows a lot of courage on behalf of Trump.
Let's do it. Video number 5.
And you'll see that when you see the agreement, but it's appropriate that we release the agreement. And we did send a copy to Israel, by the way. They've been a good partner. Again, I think they could do better with respect to Hezbollah. I'm not saying they shouldn't protect themselves. I'm saying when 2 drones are shot into the desert and drop harmlessly, you don't have to knock down buildings in Beirut. They could behave better. And frankly, they could do a better job.
Nick looks pissed.
I love them as a partner. They were terrific. But they could do a much better job with Hezbollah. On that, I don't think they're doing well. And I feel very bad for Lebanon. Lebanon's been, it was a great culture. They had the professors, the doctors, the lawyers. It was an incredible culture, maybe the highest in the Middle East for years and years, centuries. And for the last 50, 60 years, they have been just trashed. They have been living in hell.
They have been living in hell. That's 100% true. That's 100% true. And I do, I like your comment there, Dad. I mean, yeah, they are creating a marketplace for Iran to sell their oil. But I mean, even Trump mentioned today, he's like, listen, like you can't decimate a country completely where they can't defend themselves anymore. Right. So we're going to take everything away from Iran and completely decimate them. But then everybody else has weapons all around them and they're completely vulnerable. He's like, we're not going to do that. He's like, listen, we knocked out 80 to 85% of their missiles and we left them 15% for them to dig out of the ground.
Well, and he used
like,
the word I
fine.
haven't heard in a long time. It's just common sense.
Right.
That's what he said. He goes, it's just common sense. And I'm like, wow, I haven't heard that word in a long time. It's just common sense.
Yeah.
So I really feel like, I felt like Trump was possessed, and I really feel now that there is a shift, and like he may be waking up. And he's going to be like, listen, we can't be behind actions where you're going after terrorists, but you killed 100 innocent people in the process.
Exactly.
And I give him a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, that's the exact truth. I mean, you can't decide that you're going to quote unquote retaliate for something that hasn't even happened yet. But then if they, like he said, if you drop a bomb in the desert and you don't kill anything, your response can't be, we're going to blow up an entire residential skyscraper. Like that doesn't work. That math doesn't add up. And you can't, say, oh, well, we got one guy, so it's justified. Like, that's garbage. So, I mean, he's right. Israel is out of control, and he's calling him out on it.
Well, I have to say, he's starting to feel it again. So let's go to video number 10, Yabui, because this was interesting.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hello, I'm the boss. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Now, look at this table.
Okay,
Look at that table.
thank you, President. Dear colleagues,
Let's get a pause on that table.
Pause that table for a minute,
Let's
Yabui.
get a pause on that table.
Oh,
Rewind it real quick.
Yeah,
Let's
there
take a
we
look at
go.
that table. What does that look like to you, Coach?
it looks like a vagina and a clitoris right in the middle. That's what it looks like to me.
There you go.
So I'm watching it, and I said, these people are such a bunch of perverts. Well, I have never in all my life seen a conference table where world leaders are meeting, and that's what it looks like. Come on.
That's an interesting looking table.
Yabui,
there.
what do you think? Does that not look like a vagina with a clitoris right there? Let's be honest.
I mean, to me, I think it could be construed as that, I suppose.
From your perspective, if you're sitting in their seat, it doesn't look like anything.
Well,
Yeah.
the aerial view, though.
The sky cam.
I'm talking about the aerial view.
The
Who
sky cam.
picks a table like that? Who says that? And then why would you want people so separated, far apart, to have whatever nonsense that is and set up in the middle?
So they can put these little things so they can read.
What is that?
Yeah, maybe it's like screens or something that they could all kind of
Who's
look at
reading
that.
that from there? Who's sitting in the chair and reading on a screen?
Well,
all the
no,
way
it's
over
like
there?
maybe like a watch a video or something.
Because
Maybe they're
look
watching
at
one
the
of our
people
clips.
who were at the end of the table. What are they seeing?
I ain't seeing
Or
shit. No, maybe that's a screen at the end that says G7
Right,
on it.
on the top.
So there's two.
Oh, you
there's,
see?
so
Okay, I
there's
see
probably
what
a
you're
screen
saying.
on either side, and then there's two screens on the
Oh,
side.
because they
of,
couldn't have a
of the clip.
laptop pop up right in front of their
That's
face.
what- well, they
I'm
don't want
telling you
any
that's
electronics, they
Excuse
said.
me.
They don't want
Excuse me.
electronics.
Can you come over here? We're having a debate.
Oh, gosh.
I would like you to see this, please.
All right, we're gonna bring in. We're gonna bring in a
Yes,
side.
we're bringing in an impartial.
An impartial.
What does that table remind you of? And that middle? Tell us. And your mind can go in the gutter.
We're on the same page, he says. So he sees vagina as well. That's a
Have you ever seen a conference table like that?
yes. I mean, I feel like they really could have cut costs and go pick up some folding tables or something.
Doesn't that look? When I saw that, I said, "Oh my gosh, it's a vagina."
I mean, it's something, man. It's something
That
else.
is the weirdest table I have ever seen in my life. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think they're a bunch of perverts. And they were like,
bunch
it would be, and
a
it's
bunch
in
of
France
perverts.
too. And they're like, it'd be very funny if we put a vagina table out there with a clitoris.
Well, they weren't modeling it after Brigitte.
Maybe that's Brigitte's
Yeah,
vagina.
maybe that's like a tone, like, guys, look, we made a display of it, so there wouldn't be any confusion moving forward.
I'm sorry. That is the weirdest table I've ever seen.
It's I don't know. People like that modern look, the all white chic. Look at your kitchen.
Carlos, I don't have any vaginas.
Yeah, but you got that weird shaped peninsula
But
with the
it's
white
not
countertop.
dirty, with a hole in the middle and then something.
The kitchen is the hole in the
conveniently
middle,
sticking out.
maybe.
But look at your buoy. Your buoy's gonna next time we're gonna come for the podcast, and it's gonna be
It's gonna be vagina
a
table.
vagina. I don't know.
They
I
had
thought
pussy
that was
hats, and now
so
they got
weird.
pussy tables.
That was, to me, that was the weirdest thing. I'm sorry. I thought that it was really weird.
Yeah.
But I have to say, Trump walked in there and he's like, "I'm the boss."
He set the tone right away. He said, listen, this is my show. Everybody get in line. I liked it. I felt like he tried to bring some power back, which is a good look.
I thought it was a good look too. But let's
Yeah.
see what Tucker thought about this whole thing. Let's go to video number 12.
All right,
Bowie.
let's take a look and see what Tucker's thoughts were.
It's appropriate that we release the agreement, and we did send a copy to Israel, by the way.
We sent Israel a copy of the agreement. Well, you sent them a copy, did you? You BCC'd them? We just reached the outline of a peace agreement with the country we are fighting with Israel without consulting Israel, bitch. That's exactly what that means. Shh, adults are talking. At one point, he said, I just think it's just too much. I think going forward, we may leave the fight against Hezbollah to Jelani, who runs Syria. Now, Jelani, of course, is a former Al-Qaeda leader. He's just a more reasonable person. If you're looking for humane treatment of civilians, you got to go to the Al-Qaeda guy, not the Israeli prime minister. That's what the president said. It's unbelievable.
He's right.
I have to say, that kind of bothered me a little bit.
Why?
About Al Qaeda? You know I called him the MK Ultra guy.
Well, he's Al Qaeda.
I mean, and I guess, from what I understand, we created him, right?
Yeah.
We created Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
Israel created Hezbollah.
But honestly, what Tucker's saying, you got to scratch your head. Like, who is worse? Is Al Qaeda or, Netanyahu blowing up residential buildings to get one guy? I mean, honestly, for real. Like, when you really think about it and you look at the two pictures and you're like, you got the suicide bomber, or you have, we're going to blow up this entire residential building and say it's just because we have to get one man.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're looking at it and you're like,
Well, that's what
who's
JT Vance.
worse?
Yeah, JT Vance was kind of saying the same thing today.
Right.
It's like, and then it was so funny because they said, Israel's not happy. He's like, Israel better watch it because we're the last country pretty much on the
Right,
planet
that has their
who's
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, we're the only people who would, deal
Come and help him out.
This is really getting so. I am praying that this peace deal lasts and maybe like this puts Israel in check a little bit. Like no more blowing people up.
The Israelis have played their cards very poorly, and they tried to push the envelope. And I've talked about it before. Israel wanted to try to increase their presence in the Middle East and become one of the number one powers in the Middle East. That was their goal. But if you didn't see it before, you could clearly see it now, is that the Israelis wanted to grow their power. They want to take the Gaza Strip, have that import-export right there without having to worry about the deal with the Palestinians there. And they were trying to increase their presence and become a number one force in the Middle East. Now that the Iranians have been knocked down, but now they're pissed because Trump said, but I'm going to give you the oil markets and I'm going to allow you to build yourself back up. And that's what drove him nuts. That's why Mark Levin is throwing a temper tantrum, tweeting every 20 minutes about how much of an ass his pal is because he is, not standing up for the Jewish people.
I think it's so funny that all the people who loved Trump just 2 weeks ago.
Yesterday. Yesterday.
Now they all hate him because he doesn't want to be a warmonger.
It would be a different conversation if we did the show last night than the one that we're having here now.
Yeah.
It would be a totally different conversation.
To me, it is so crazy. But let's find out who the most important person is, with his opinion. Number 11, Yabui.
No, this is his tweet, yes, that he put out of approval here. Number 11. The Pope himself. I welcome with satisfaction the reaching of an agreement between the Islamic Republic of Iran and the United States of America, which will be signed on Friday. As an encouraging result of patient work and dialogue and negotiation, I express my gratitude for the countries that have worked to facilitate a meeting between the parties and to make this agreement possible. I hope that the agreement may help strengthen mutual trust, security, stability in the Middle East, promoting paths of dialogue and cooperation amongst peoples.
Hashtag
peace. Said by Pope Leo himself.
So I'm very happy about it.
Yeah.
I am very happy about it. And I was crying tears of joy at church today. Literal cries of I was so happy. Because honestly, Carlos, I can't deal with any more stress, seeing people getting blown up and seeing, the devastation that's going on.
Yeah.
And, the lack of hope, too.
Yeah.
Like, it gets really rough. So, God willing, this is the end. And we could actually start having some peace in the Middle East. How great would that be?
We'll see. That's all I got.
I know. That's what the people at church told me, too. They said, well, we hope it lasts.
We'll see. We'll see what Israel decides to blow up overnight today, and we'll see what happens. The document gets signed tomorrow in Switzerland, so we'll see what happens. But, I mean, it is a step in the positive direction, I feel like. I think that Trump really showed, listen, let's just move forward. You signed the agreement. You said you're not going to build a nuclear bomb. Now let's just move forward. You can have your strait, you can have your oil markets, and let's just keep pushing. Which was so funny. They asked him too today in the press conference. They said, President Trump, Iran has said that they really want to continue their nuclear science program though for civilian capabilities and reusable energy. And he said, reusable energy. He's like, they have so much oil in that country. They were like, they don't need to worry about energy. Okay, they have enough energy. I've seen their oil plants. I looked at them and decided not to blow them up. They have plenty of energy. They don't need to use nuclear energy. They don't need to worry about that.
I agree with him.
And I thought it was a perfect statement. He's just like, they don't need to worry. They don't have an energy problem in that country.
It looks like Trump is coming back to common sense, maybe.
It was remnants of first-term Trump today.
I have to say it did. And
Remnants
I'm
of
just
first-term
praying
Trump.
that all the praying and that the Sacred Heart of Jesus might go into his heart and he might start doing the right thing.
You knew it was remnants of first-term Trump when people were bitching.
when everybody
gets on Twitter and they're like, this guy's an asshole, then you know something's going positive. Like, we're going in the right direction.
You're 100% right. That is
and
a good way to look at it.
Good, all right, good. Be mad.
That's how you know Trump, How about Israel even threatened to release the Epstein files? They said if you have a peace deal with Iran, we're releasing the Epstein files. I was like, do it. I was so excited.
They won't do it.
They're not going to do it.
They'd sink their whole country if they did that.
Oh, they would sink their whole country and sink half of our country.
Yeah, they won't do it. They won't do it. Nobody will ever do it. And I've told you this before. Nobody will ever do it because the Democrats are so far in it and there's Republicans in it and they'll just never release those files. Those will be buried till the end of the days because they won't turn on themselves. They won't do it.
Well, you know, Carlos,
Won't happen.
There's somebody who's running for governor here in the state of Florida, and his name
The free
is,
state of Florida.
Yes. And it's a little nerve-wracking because we moved here because we love Ron DeSantis so much.
We sure
and
did.
He's a good governor.
We sure
okay?
did. The best.
Yeah.
I would argue that he's the best governor in the United States.
Well,
Argue
right
it.
now we have Trump endorsed Byron Donalds, right?
Unfortunately.
And Byron Donalds, they say AIPAC owns him. Like AIPAC pays for everything.
Who's AIPAC?
I'm not going to say it's just AIPAC. It's the American something. So anyway,
I'm not going to say who it is.
there's James Fishback.
Yes.
Collins is another one. And
Yes.
I don't even know the third candidate's name. It's almost like this governor's race is a real mess, right?
Yeah.
So Fishback, who I thought maybe I could support, but then I went to the Baptist church.
Oh God, just god awful.
Sit-in.
God awful. He
was so horrible. I
he was
literally had to
terrible.
walk out.
Okay,
I was
so
like,
the election right now, as it stands,
Okay.
the people running is Byron Donalds, James Fishbeck, Paul,
wow. Well,
David Jolly being the #1 Democratic candidate.
okay,
and
so
then
yeah,
the
because
three
there's some
Republicans
other
are-
Collins guy who was running, and I guess he's just terrible. He's a lieutenant governor.
Yeah, maybe he's just dog shit.
He's horrible.
Yeah.
So Donalds won't do a debate.
Yeah.
So Fishback went and confronted him. Let's show video number 26, you buoy.
This was a good video.
So there's the chicken. There's James with the megaphone.
Selling drugs to kids.
Go back to New York. He's a New Yorker.
I think he is from Brooklyn.
You know why? Why they have to diss New Yorkers? So he doesn't even say anything to him. He just ignores him.
Yeah, he gives him a little wave right here.
Look, coward.
Not to be that guy, but you know Byron's a little bit of a puss when he steps on the little step stool to get into the car. As a man, like you're over 6 foot and you stepped on the little stool to get into the car. You're a pussy. That's a pussy sign.
Is that really?
Yeah, you lift your leg and get in the car, man. Like, come on, you're over 6 foot. You're clearly healthy.
So you
and
never
you
used the
step.
step
No,
stool on my
you-
truck
I don't.
ever?
I don't ever use the step stool.
I didn't know
step right
that.
in.
I
Same
always
same
use
with
the
same
step
with the
stool.
pickup. I step right in, and then same in
Yeah,
the
'cause
Jeep.
you have your
step right
Jeep,
in.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't use the step stool. One time I used the step stool is like when my back is completely out.
Okay.
And you can't really get your leg up. But that's when you're not healthy. But that guy's clearly healthy and he's walking and you can lift your leg 3 feet in the air and get into the car like a man. Puss.
Well, I have to admit, I always
That's
have to
soft.
use the running
Soft
board.
as shit. Soft as shit. And when you see that, you're just like, you can't have this guy be the leader. But you were right. It's Lieutenant Governor, the current Lieutenant Governor, Jay Collins, is also a Republican
Yes,
candidate.
he's
So there's like
running.
1,000 Republican candidates, and then there's just one Democrat.
Well, Byron got endorsed by Trump immediately.
Which makes me a little uncomfortable with this whole gubernatorial race. And Ron DeSantis said the same thing. He said, we have had the biggest increase in GOP registered Republicans in the state of Florida. We almost turned Palm Beach County into a red county. Like, he's like, we've had such an increase, and the GOP in the state decided we're just not gonna have a fair
debate, yeah.
debate. We're just not going to help the people pick a candidate. We're just going to say this is who you're voting for. And even DeSantis was like, how can you do that after all this hard work that we've built to show the trust of the Republican Party? Now you're just going to say this is who you're voting for. It's very Democrat like with Kamala Harris.
Yeah, he
where it's just like
coordinated.
this is who's voting, this is who's running, and this is who you're going to go fill in the bubble with at the ballot. You're not going to get a chance to pick your candidate. This is who your candidate's going to be. Go vote.
And you know what the big problem is that he's not even a quality candidate.
No, he's not.
He's like
FSU
from the
guy, though.
Quality Leering Center, kind of like that kind
Leering
of
Center.
So
Wow,
let's go to
FSU
video
grad
number
Leering.
20, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, this is good.
Of the United States. Our kids have to be prepared to hit the ground running on day one. And being able to master reading is at the core of that. Our state will
Look for it.
efforts into that. We have seen what's occurred in the state of Mississippi. They call it the Mississippi Miracle. But when it comes to ed reform, Florida has led the way over the last 30 years. And we're going to continue to lead the way into the future. God bless you, and thank you all.
Now, the problem there is that achievability is spelled incorrectly.
Yeah. Correct.
So how embarrassing is it that he's going and giving a speech on education and the sign is misspelled?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just terrible. Don't you do the spell check before you send it to the printer? Honestly.
Yeah. Like
And-
somebody's got to take a look at that. I kind of feel bad for him because that's like somebody on his campaign team really let him down on that one. That's a bad job. Like you
well,
should get
that's
fired
leadership.
for that.
That's leadership.
Should get
And the
fired.
thing is that he's trying to come off as like such a soft-spoken person.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's coming off of Ron DeSantis, who was like so hard, so Italian.
With his cowboy boots.
Why? Because he's trying to be taller?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Ron probably would have taken the step up. He probably wouldn't have used the stepping board.
You think so?
Just out
You
of
don't
pure
think
embarrassment.
Ron would have lifted his leg.
Ron would have lifted his
got in
leg
the
and
car.
tried to pretend he was tall enough
We
to
should
step
look. We
in.
should try to find a video of Ron getting in the car and see what it looks like.
But I have to give Ron a lot of credit because he seems to be a guy who's always with his family.
Yeah.
Like he's not like doing a bunch of fundraisers. Like he'll maybe show up to like college football games and like
Yeah,
he
bring his
just-
family with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just I don't know. This is going to be very different for the state of Florida. And it makes me nervous because when I moved to Connecticut, it was a really good state.
Yeah.
We had Roland, but then he got kitchen cabinets at a good price and they threw him in jail. Could you imagine? Kitchen cabinets.
He got kitchen
And
cabinets.
the
It's like
state of
when
Connecticut's never
Eric
been the
Adams
same.
got the first class ticket.
Oh, what annoyed me was the discounts for the hotel. And they were
Yeah.
like, how dare he get a discount on a hotel? I'm like, are we being for real now? Are we really being for real that we're going to go after Eric Adams? Like, they just pick and choose who they
Right.
want to attack. And
Exactly. Well, because Eric Adams wanted to play ball with the president, and then they were like, "Oh, you're out. We hate you."
to
now."
make the city better.
Right.
Because they had that huge problem.
It's true.
It was just awful.
Yeah.
But
It's
let's
really
see what
bad.
happened today, what Mom Dami did to the poor Knicks fans. Number 21, you booey.
Oh my gosh.
This was
Oh
awful.
my gosh.
They couldn't even leave the subway.
They were trapped in the subway because of the poor planning of the wondrous mayor.
Now, what if you're the one sucker who just happens to be going to work? What if you're the one person where it's like, I'm not going to the Knicks. I have to get to work.
You're out. You're fucked.
You're screwed.
It's over. It's over. Which I do have to read this because I probably should have read it at the beginning of the show when we were talking about, what it meant for the city and everything like that. But Jose sent me a thing for me to
Oh,
read.
okay, let's
a
read
quote, A quote,
Yes.
because he was on the street that night on Saturday night and he wanted me to read this in his own words of how
I love it.
what it meant to the city.
Okay.
So he starts by saying, "It was the most wild night of my life. To see thousands of people flood into Times Square and onto Broadway was what put me beyond words. Walking around with strangers, hugging them and crying with them was something that will stick with me forever. You can see all those years of pain that we've shared together virtually now coming together in a moment we could share collectively in joy. We shut Times Square down. I have always wanted to just walk in the middle of the road in Times Square just to smile and look up, and I actually got to in the best night of my life. Go Knicks." That's what he said.
You see, that's why I was crying in the beginning of the show because I could feel the love with all the New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Like New York is a tough place to live, and to have that kind of camaraderie and love, and you're just hugging strangers, and
Yeah.
it's a very special moment. And
It is.
Rivera looked fantastic. I
He
haven't
looked great.
seen him look that good in a long time.
He looked great. He was
He looked
passionate.
fantastic.
Well,
He was happy.
yeah.
What?
No, I agree with you.
I'm very happy.
He's
for
around the
him.
New Yorkers, around the Knicks fans. They're passionate people. Passionate people, New Yorkers. I mean, it's true. New York sports is just different. Everything in New York is different, but New York sports the spotlight is on you at all times, especially when you're playing for premier franchises like the Knicks, like the Yankees, even like the Rangers. You're playing in a place where it's like everybody's like livelihood. So like you got to figure it out. You got to win. But the same way that we'll ride you if you're dog shit, we will be like, you're the man if you win. And that's what Jalen Brunson is living that right now. A lot of people got on Jalen Brunson. They weren't happy with the Jalen Brunson signing. People that said he was too small, he wasn't good enough. He's not a superstar, he's not a 1A. And he proved everybody wrong. He's like, you guys are wrong about me. I am the guy. And he brought the Knicks that win on Saturday night. He had 50 points out of the 95 or 98 or whatever they scored that game. He had 50 of them.
Yeah.
Like, he willed that team into that game. He's like, we aren't going back to New York to play game 6. We're going to win tonight. And that was all
how
him.
much the refs were trying to get a game 6.
The referees were willing the Spurs in that game. Wemby should have been gone. He's an asshole, and they did their best to will San Antonio back into the game for the win, and they couldn't. Go Knicks.
Everything is
Knicks
so
in
driven
5.
by
Always
money.
Knicks in 5.
I was very happy,
Yeah.
but it is nice when your team wins at home, though.
Yeah, of
It's
course
always
it
like
is.
that
Of course it
special.
is.
But at least the New Yorkers made it where, even though like they were in Texas, there was still such a huge celebration.
New York
you know?
was so fired up. That city knew that we were going to win that night. Everybody knew that we were going to win that night. All the Knicks fans knew. They all knew that when the Spurs blew Game 4 in the way that they did, being up 30 and losing.
Yeah.
Like, they knew like that series was over. Like, the Knicks were going to win in Game 5. Like, everybody knew. And even all the haters, the New York haters knew like that series was over deep down. And the Spurs blew it again. They were up again the whole game and they blew it. Like, the Spurs, they're probably going to be good for years to come, but they are an undisciplined team and they just couldn't figure out a way to close. So screw them. Go Knicks. Knicks in 5.
Well, the Knicks won.
Yeah, they did. The Knicks are the best team. Deal
The
with
Knicks
it.
won.
The big bad West goes down.
And you know what? That wasn't the only exciting game over the weekend. There was another really exciting game.
Oh,
Let's
was
go
there?
to video number 2, you
Was there another really exciting
Yes,
game?
there was.
All right, let's go to video number 2.
Battling for it. Loose puck now gets over to the stick of Kestakalu, who floats it dangerously in the middle there for Robinson. Robinson back and scores! Robinson! Lucas Robertson, the overtime hero, and draft day is going to the championship game. Kestakalu, the Finnish captain, with the turnover, and Lucas Robinson makes it pay.
Yeah,
Draft Day Black exercises the demons of the comeback by Sweden and win, and it will play Sweden in the championship game.
Do you have the interview?
I don't have the interview. No.
Carlos did a post-game interview, and it was fantastic.
It was good. It was good. I did do post-game interviews. I did some on-ice content at the end too. There's some fun stuff. But I love doing the play-by-play. That was a very exciting game. The kids are good. It's good hockey. It's exciting. I have fun.
Well, we watched the championship game, and you did an
did.
excellent job doing that game as well. It was
Yes.
a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was good. The draft day ended up winning it all.
Yeah.
They beat Sweden 4-2 at the final, and it was great. It was a good game. It's good hockey.
And it's amazing that you have these young kids, but you still get so excited.
Yeah,
You know,
do.
it's a bunch of 13-year-old kids, but it's just like so exciting.
You do.
They
You
must
get
really
excited.
love it.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was great. Honestly, the hockey was good, and it was exciting to watch. And the kids played great. They had a lot of passion, so it was fun. I hope people that did end up tuning in on the website and couldn't make it to the tournament actually enjoyed the broadcast. So
Well, I'm sure
that
there
was
were
my
a lot of
biggest
people
thing.
tuning in because you had teams from all over the world.
Yeah.
You had Sweden, you had
Yep.
Finland. What were some of the other countries?
The rest were U.S. and Canada.
Oh,
We
okay.
had teams from Western Canada come in, from East Canada, like Alberta. No, they had teams from Alberta. They had teams from Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
Teams all over the United States. Combined teams like near Winnipeg and Michigan. So there was a lot of hockey players from all over the world coming, and they're actually doing a tournament this weekend in Niagara Falls. That's like the world tournament. And there's Germany. I think it's Germany, Sweden, Finland, and I think there's another European team in there. And then there's 4 teams from Canada and 4 teams from the U.S. So there's like a bunch of different teams going to that one, and that's in Niagara Falls.
And this goes right to the Pope's message about sport bringing people together.
It's true. It's
You know?
true. Yeah.
Because I
It's
think
true.
it's an excellent opportunity for people to come together and just celebrate sports.
Right. And just be happy.
Yeah.
Just be happy and watch sports and have something to be collectively supporting. And that's what's so great, about the Knicks too, is like, I mentioned it earlier, like the Knicks are that one team. It's like New York loves the Knicks. And it brought everybody together. You watch those videos of the people flooding the streets and everybody is just so happy together. Nobody's like, oh, you like Trump, you like, you're Democrat. Like, it's all like, we're just Knicks fans. We're all New Yorkers.
Politics.
We're all happy. We're all, and that's what's so great. That's what's so awesome about sports. You get the same thing too. I mean, and for people who are have interest, it's like you have the World Cup now. You have the U.S. team who, the guy, the coaches for the U.S. team, his sole focus is like, we want to be like that 1980 Miracle team, right? Like, nobody thought they could win. We want to focus on the country. We want to represent our country well. We're on our home soil. This is our time, right? He made the whole team watch Miracle together. Like, really, like, he's like, we want to be something that the country can rally around. Despite everybody's differences, we can be united. And that's what sports do. It brings people together and makes them proud to be represented. So it's great. I love it. And that's, passion that I feel like only few things can bring out. I think some pieces like art and movies and plays can do that too in certain aspects. And but something about sports just brings people like together. It's just the truth.
Unless you're a Spurs fan in New York City, then
you get your fucking ass kicked. You have everything coming to you.
Then you get your butt kicked.
Listen, that whole thing, right? I mean, obviously you don't want to beat up fans in the street, but that guy, I have a feeling, must have been saying some things walking out of Game 3 after that big win. Like, what's up? Like, we're in your city. Like, I have a feeling there was some words being sent out there. There were Knicks fans getting crap in San Antonio too, and nobody talked about it after Game 5.
Really?
Yeah.
After they won?
After they won, there were Spurs fans.
I'm surprised.
That throwing glass bottles off like roofs.
At Ben Stiller?
No, not at Ben Stiller. He was in the locker room. He's like on the team, apparently, Ben Stiller. He's doing a documentary on it with A24.
I heard.
For the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's voicing the whole documentary on this Knicks team. And then Timothy Chalamet is going to play Jalen Brunson.
Well, did you see he was crying because the champagne burned his eyes?
Yeah.
And he was like, this is why I have a stunt double.
Yeah, that was a good line. I have to give, that was a good line. He's like, normally I have a stunt double doing this.
Yeah, he's like, because he was, I mean, good for them. They had a good time watching the game. But I mean, sports do bring people together. And I do think that the arts brings people a lot,
Yeah.
It used to, but now it's gotten very political.
What do you think about Taylor Swift? She was at the Cleveland game.
I know she had all the Knicks shirts too, like the fancy Knicks shirts. I don't know. I mean, she was there for the Game 4 win. She brought good luck. That's all that matters.
Oh, he's a Swiftie.
And listen, Trump was at Game 3. They took the L. The one loss in like a 1,000 games.
That was before the exorcism.
And then
that was before.
T Swift goes to the game. Big win. Big comeback win. OG Anunoby taps it in for the win. I mean, come on. Legend. She's getting married at the Garden in a couple weeks, July 4th.
I'll be
You're
there.
going to be there. You're going to be at the wedding.
Well, July 3rd, Friday night.
No, I think it's on July 4th she's getting married.
Oh, I thought it was
Saturday.
July 3rd.
No.
Oh.
She wants the 250th birthday of the American, the country to be memorized by Taylor Swift's
All
wedding.
that praying, and then we're going to have all those demons descend on New York.
On Madison Square
But I'll
Garden,
be
the
there
most
to
famous
pray.
arena.
I'll be there to pray for the city.
Taylor Swift, the Blue Angels, and Coach.
Yeah.
Live
you
in New
know
York
it.
City, July
You know
4th.
it. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
going to have a
fired
great
up.
time. I can't
250th
wait.
birthday, Coach.
I really can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be exciting. You got to do like a live, we may have to do like a live broadcast.
We'll see.
You on the streets.
We'll see. I mean,
You should ask him, like, how many stars are on the flag? I bet some of them can't answer it.
Oh, gosh. I don't want to do that for sure.
Those Mondami voters, you should ask them. Hey, how many stars we got on this flag?
Well, Gabe is there, and he's really enjoying it. They had the Puerto Rican Day Parade this past weekend, and he had a great time going there.
I have to say, I don't think he's doing that bad of a job.
Mamdani, I think, is doing a good job.
I
as a
really
mayor.
don't. I don't think he's doing that bad of a job. I got to give him credit. I honestly,
do too.
He did a great job. I thought bringing the energy with the Knicks and having it be a rallying point for the city. And I thought he did a great job of talking. I honestly, I'm not unimpressed.
Me neither.
I think he's just been, indifferent. He's not as bad as De Blasio.
Oh, De Blasio was the worst.
I still think De Blasio is by far the worst New York City mayor ever.
Bloomberg either. I know people talk
Bloomberg
about Mayor
was
Bloomberg,
bad.
but he was terrible. The city got so dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the best mayor of all time will always be Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, Rudy
He
was
was
and always
fantastic.
will be the best mayor.
But maybe Mamdani will be the second best.
No.
You never know.
No, because Mondami,
I mean, he did drive down those hotel prices. I saved
Yeah, 'cause it's a
$1,000.
dump.
That's
They don't want you because they
Thanks
know you're
to
going to get
Mom Donnie,
mugged
we
walking
saved a
into
lot
the
of money.
lobby.
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
guess
why.
it's true.
It's not because
But-
the city's so nice. The city is, at least the city's not as bad as Moscow these days.
Well, that's,
You know, Moscow's getting blown up.
I don't even know if people know about what happened in Moscow.
Well, let's
today.
talk about it. Let's talk about what happened in Moscow. So let's do clip number 4 here, you buoy, and we'll start with that, and then we'll start talking about what's going on over there. This was last night.
Drones.
Drones.
And then they're not going to show this on the news because they don't want everybody to see how Ukraine is literally blowing up Moscow.
Yeah. Yeah. So last night, the Ukrainians launched their biggest attack on the city of Moscow yet in this war. They completely
Right after
blew
talking
up.
to Trump.
Right.
Like Zelensky
Well, so
literally
here's-
just finished talking to Trump.
No, I guess, from what I understand, what I was reading on X is that this was right before he met with Trump today.
I thought this was, no, he met with Trump yesterday too. I saw the video of him talking
Oh, he met
to
with Trump yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe I'm misreading it, but I think that was before because Trump ended up turning his back on
No,
him
because
and
Trump
giving him the
left.
cold
No,
shoulder.
Trump yesterday had dinner with Macron and left. Like
Did-
that, it was the end of the summit last night, wasn't it?
No, 'cause they did the press conference
that's
this
true.
morning.
He did do the press
They
conference.
did the press conference
with
this morning because
Lutnick.
he's not leaving Europe until he signs the
Hold
agreement
on,
in
let's
Switzerland.
see. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, but let me Google it and see.
Well, no, because yesterday he turned his back on Zelensky that wanted to talk to him before the big meeting, and he was like, "I'm not going to talk to you."
Let's see. When did Trump talk to Zelensky?
I'm pretty sure he talked to both Putin and Zelensky yesterday. But the Ukrainians are pushing it to the brink here, man. I mean, if you go and blow up the motherland like that, you're asking for it. Like Putin's gonna blow up Kiev like the kingdom come.
Yeah, it was June 16th.
So that was Tuesday.
Yeah, that he had a meeting alongside French President Emmanuel Macron. But you know what it is? We get it late. So
We
like
do.
sometimes, even though it was Tuesday, it felt like it was yesterday. But it was Tuesday that they had that meeting.
Well, it was probably while we were asleep on Tuesday. So maybe it was
And
like,
that's
you
why
know.
Trump even mentioned, let's go to video number 3, because Trump even mentions that he's going to focus on.
All right, let's go to video number 3.
And can you tell us about your conversations with President Zelensky here at the G7?
Well, I had very good talks with President Zelensky and with President Putin, and we'd like to see that one end. I ended 8 wars, and to be honest with you, I thought this would have been one of the easier ones, but they're not liking each other too much, and that makes it much more difficult. But we're working. I had 2 good conversations with President Zelensky and with President Putin.
Will you let them build?
Well, the problem is, and this is the truth, is that Putin, and we've talked about this on the show a thousand times. Putin is a respect guy, and he doesn't respect Zelensky. He doesn't, because he feels that Zelensky is an illegitimate guy. He's not a real president. He's a plant, and he doesn't respect him. And Putin has even said, like, I don't look at him as the leader of Ukraine. He feels Ukraine is a part of Russia, and
But
he's
why
like,
would he
you're a
respect
punk.
him? Why would he respect him?
shouldn't.
Because
Absolutely
you know,
not.
Trump. Why would even Trump respect him?
Right. I
Let's go.
don't think Trump respects
Here, let's
Zelensky.
go to video number 6 and show what Trump really thinks of Zelensky.
Yeah, he thinks he's a piece of crap.
Watch what President Trump here does to Volodymyr Zelensky.
Turns the back.
Back on him.
And look at Zelensky's
I mean, can
face.
you blame him? I would do the exact same thing. in that
And look at
situation.
Macron laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, because the problem is that Zelensky lies. And no matter what Trump does to try to bring peace between those 2 nations, Zelensky will say, yeah, you know, I would love to have peace, and then goes and blows up Moscow.
Right.
But the problem is that a lot of that is because of the European countries. So half the people who were sitting at
I
that
agree.
vagina were the same people who, behind closed doors, are like, we need to try to escalate things with Russia, especially if this war with Iran ends. We need to start another war immediately. That's
Well, for
the way
me,
these warmongers think.
I mean, you're not wrong. You know, it always shocks me too is that Russia isn't present at those conferences.
They used to be the G8.
Right, like it should
It
be
used to be.
like Russia should be sitting at that table. They are a formidable force in Europe. They're still qualified as a European country.
If
They're not
Zelensky's
Asian.
sitting there, absolutely
Yeah,
Putin should
then
be
Putin
sitting
should
there.
be right there. Like, what's up?
Well, you know,
And it's just no respect. It's
they
no respect.
are trying to escalate that war. And the one thing about Putin is that he is showing an enormous amount of restraint because he knows.
I think you should lighten up on the restraint.
Well, I don't know about that.
I think you got to set the message and be like, you're gonna blow up my capital
Do you know
and
what
kill my
somebody
people
said?
like that.
Guess what the #1 game/sport is in Russia? You'll never believe it. I was shocked.
Cricket.
Chess. Chess is the #1, like even above hockey. I was shocked
Nah,
because I
that's a
thought,
lie.
oh,
Check
hockey's
that.
#1. They said chess is the #1 thing in Russia.
That's long.
Look at it.
Sport in Russia.
It's chess. Everybody loves chess. No, you're boy. Well, hold on. They talked about chess.
Association football.
Football, ice hockey, combat sports.
Well, look up chess for the pastime. They said something, the number
Maybe
one
it's-
thing. Look up what.
They have the best chess players.
Yes, they do have the best chess players. I'm not kidding you. I literally heard that.
All right, hold on. Let's see. #1 pastime in Russia.
What is
Having big meals with friends.
having big meals with friends? Hold on. It's all about
That's it. Having big
All
meals
right,
with
let
friends.
I'm going to Google
Cooking
now.
and baking. 41% of the Russians spend their free time cooking and baking for one another
And drinking vodka.
and getting fucked up. They like to spend their time with pets, also in Russia. Oh, that's why their #1 cause of death is coronary heart disease. Russians are piling it on out there. Popular hobbies.
Chess maintains an exalted status in Russia because the Soviet government elevated the game to an instrument of state power and national prestige during the 20th century. By investing heavily in mass education, state-funded coaching, and tournament infrastructure, the USSR established a cultural obsession that outlasted the Soviet era.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
you know
so-
why it's #1? You probably have more chess players than you do soccer players.
Okay.
Like probably the thing that the most people do is play chess because not everybody could play soccer or hockey.
Or eat.
Or
They
eat.
play chess and eat together.
No, it says systematic training. Russia relies on the Russian School of Chess, which emphasizes rigorous tactical study, early scouting of young talent, and an institutionalized network of youth clubs and state coaches. Unlike in many Western countries where chess is a niche hobby, chess in Russia is deeply embedded in everyday life. It is frequently taught in schools as a core developmental skill, treated as a serious sport, and was heavily supported by institutions like the military and labor unions.
I like it.
Yeah.
And eat.
Grandmasters were treated like rock stars and Olympic heroes. Legendary champions like Gary.
Who's that grandmaster these days that goes around, but then he's getting his ass kicked by everybody lately? I saw that guy that he was like the #1 chess player in the world. He gets his ass
Was
kicked
he
like
from Russia?
regularly. No, maybe he was. Was he from? I thought he was French. But he gets his ass kicked like regular on the reg now.
I'm serious. So it's probably if they're teaching it in the schools, probably more people. It's the #1 thing that probably everybody plays.
Magnus Carlsen, yeah,
Is he from Russia?
he is no, he's from Norway.
Well, no wonder he's getting his butt
But
kicked.
you know who's tied for first now with him as the #1 player is Nakamura Hikaru from the United States of America.
Really?
Tied for first with Carlsen Magnus.
How do you pronounce his name? Hold on.
Nakamura Hikaru.
Oh, yeah. So he looks like
They're
that sounds
tied.
like a Japanese
They're
name.
tied
to me.
#1. Well, the USA represents the
You know
United
what?
States of
Russia
America.
may not
But
even
look,
be allowed in the competition.
There's a couple
are
of
they?
Russians there. No, Abertasenturov.
Well, he may not
Norbeck?
be from because if they're not allowed in the World Cup, they're not allowed like in any sport. Maybe they don't even let Russian chess players go and be ranked.
Maybe that is
Because
that could
they're
be
not
true.
allowed to go in the Olympics. They're not allowed to play
You're
soccer.
100%.
They're not
Oh,
allowed
here
to
we go.
play
Number
ice hockey.
5. in the Elio ratings, number 5, there's a Russian, Ilya Makov.
Right, but what's this one?
He's Russian.
What's this one? Yeah,
The
that's
FIDE over the board.
And this, where are the Russians here?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. That's because they don't let them go on that thing.
Nowhere.
I'm telling you, they have been ostracized from the global society.
They have. Can't compete in the World Cup. Can't compete in anything else. Oh, we got a side camera. We're live on the thing.
Oh, this is exciting.
All right. There we go.
I'm liking this.
Here we go. Changing it up. Crazy town here.
I think it's good.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. All right. Well, we'll wrap up there. I think we've covered everything that we really wanted to cover. But again, shout out the Knicks. Congratulations to the city of New York. Very exciting win for the city. New York back on top, number 1. Next come the Giants and the Yankees in the fall. Can't wait. I'm so excited. Shout out Jackson Dart. Coach, anything else you want to chat about real quick before we wrap up here?
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. For those who have watched with us here, be sure to make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. We'll be back next Wednesday. We'll be live again at our normal time. And then we'll be bouncing around because during the summertime, we're here or there. Coach has got a busy schedule coming up. I got busy stuff going on. So we'll be here or there from moving forward. And we'll make sure if you guys follow our socials, you'll be able to see when we go live and everything, you'll get the notification. So make sure you follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, follow us on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that like button before you guys get out of here. If you're watching on Rumble, be sure to hit that like and follow button and share. That's the number 1 part of the game. And we'll be back next week, back at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll be back at our normal spot. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. Enjoy your weekend, and happy Father's Day and happy birthday, Scott Villa. Scott Villa's birthday on Tuesday, and then Father's Day on Sunday. So happy birthday and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Hope you guys enjoy the day, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great weekend.